the rest of the boys on Enclave, unfortunately, just not helping out.
JT and Shiki just not pulling their weight in regards to just fragging ability. So I know if we try and say that it doesn't make that much of a difference, but when there's that much of a gap, it does make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it needs them to be helping out. You know, it could be that 1 round, 2 round difference, which really gets them back into it. But we'll see. Both these teams have had some very good showings on Cobblestone. This, I do believe, is in fact the pick of eDen. So it was last map that was Enclave's pick.
Yeah,
we talked about. Yeah. They seem to be liking Inferno, but it's just really not working for them this time.
Stubbornness. That's the only thing that I can think of in that respect. Is being stubborn.
Yeah. The broken record kind of thing. Yeah. You know, just sort of like keep forcing it, and maybe one day you'll have a good showing on the map. But we'll see. Anyway, 3 T-side players stacked up over towards that sort of
fountain,
I suppose.
Monument.
Just kind of sat behind it. Yeah, not really sure what to call that. Waiting for someone to get a bit aggressive. So there was a player that almost did push up that far. They are going to go a very quick A hit here, and it seems like the CT's reading into this quite well as players from B are rotating over rather quickly. Smoke over towards Connector, though, going to make it difficult for them. So on Dom here to hold it down. Gets himself one with a pistol, but just eventually overwhelmed. No other kills coming in for the CTs yet, so a good start from Enclave to get this bomb down. Shaney goes down. Pommy with 2 big headshots, in fact. Thomas left on 1 HP now. The flank here from Shiki is huge, but he's left all by himself. No armor. The flash is good, but the cover is available. The kit as well for Sam. He's going to be on that defuse, but Pommy puts a stop to it. So it was a good start from Enclave, but unfortunately the retake from eDen was just on point.
Taking that middle control after they lost the site and they flashed over and took the mid control was a nice play from the CTs there from eDen eSports. So it put a lot of fear into the terrorists. It split them in half basically, with Shiki still down middle. He just didn't do enough damage, did he, Shiki? Just to distract them enough to make sure his teammates weren't getting shot in the back from middle.
Indeed. We're going to get a first round on the board. Buying up these SMGs 1 and 4 in the hands of Samuel. And Eco, of course, for Enclave, because he did get the bomb down in that first round. So they'll be looking to get the AKs out around early and try and make some work from that. Got a few upgraded pistols and a flashbang, so possibly going to get a kill here. Dom still left on MP9, though. Dom will clean up pretty easily. Get that bomb down, just get dinked out and not able to find the third. But he's got help.
Yeah, good covering
from Samuel, so he's not going to go down. It was well played. Staying to recover there. There you go. A lot of damage done onto a couple players, but unfortunately not able to convert them into kills in the end there.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Samuel just to make sure he was covering his teammate there and making sure that he had an opportunity to fall back if he needed to. Yeah, first gun round.
Yeah, it's pretty clean from eDen in the end, really. Just quite a good anti-eco, not losing any players. It is going to be no upgrade round from them. Just sticking with these SMGs and the 1M4. Got a load of nades and everyone's got a kit, so utility is good. Whereas you look at the other side of Enclave and their utility a little bit shoddy. They do have a number of smokes, but that's about it really. No Molotovs to flush out the positions, which are quite important on a map like Cobblestone. They're just going to play it a bit slowly though, wait for the CTs to use some of that early utility. And the 3 players over towards drop. Pommy does pick up 1 onto Pickles, but immediately traded back, and it's going to be drop control over towards the CT side. Logsy as well gets 1. Goes down immediately. Thomas trying to make stuff work, but he gets overwhelmed. JT actually picking up 2 as they get on that side there. But huge plays from Samuel to pick up 2. Leaves it in a 2 versus 1 now for Shiki. He's aware of Samuel's positioning, but not aware of this flank coming in, perhaps.
Yeah, not sure about not pop flashing drop down there. That was pretty poor.
A little bit risky, yeah. They did lose one of the players. It kind of worked out for them, but Samuel, you know, just taking down those low HP players, it works out for them. Maybe he gets caught out here, though, and he does. Shiki going to pick up that kill. The bomb is dropped, though. Dom on this flank. Shiki seems to be aware of the fact that he could be coming from behind it. There's no other player towards Connector, and he can't find the kill. 5 HP left on Dom. I think the fact that Shiki had taken damage from a few enemies in that round didn't do him any favours. So, such a close round and well played from Dom to make it 3-0 for eDen.
Yeah, so close. Probably should have won it. I think Shiki got himself into in an advantageous position once he gets that kill on the guy in the middle, on Samuel, I think it was. But yeah, just unlucky, I think, more than anything.
Just unfortunate. Not going to do too well for the team morale, the team confidence, and it does force them onto another sort of quasi-buy here. Just some upgraded pistols, trying to make something happen with these defenses especially. this is what we talked about, though, the
they're playing
incredible
good, aren't
CT
they? Yeah.
side. This setup over towards A from Samuel and Dom yesterday, anyone who caught that game against London Lynx, was just so good to watch. I don't think there was a round that they lost. It was just beautiful CS, to be honest. And Samuel showing us why it is only against Pistols, in fairness, but he's got himself 3 and no kills going the way of Enclave there.
Yeah, they're playing it with the right amount of aggression. You see, as soon as one of them sees one player, that's it, the other one's facing. It's hard to beat that, really. They have got it on absolute lockdown over there at the alleyway, so interesting to see if Enclave can adapt to that and take control of somewhere else. Really.
I mean, London Lynx, their biggest mistake was
kept going into it, did they?
Yeah, pretty much. The long setup, they just tried to fight it with pure aim, and it just wasn't working. You know, you just throw that Molotov over towards the hay bales, which you can do completely safe, and it's going to flush that player out. But anyway, they're going to go up aggressive mid, straight into the meat grinder yet again. Dom and Samuel will make easy work on the side, and now Shiki left in a 1 versus 3, a 1 versus 2 after a nice headshot onto Thomas. So maybe doable for him. Bomb is dropped, however, and Pommy just kind of head glitching at the top of that ramp there will finish it off. So once again,
I can't understand they've made so much noise going down middle. The flashbang, the pop flash going in. Why not throw it? You have to throw that other pop flash at middle just to make sure there's not even someone close, in my opinion. So some bad decisions coming from the terrorist side here, Enclave. They're not.
Yeah, just trying to play
simple. It's just trying to a bit too quick there. I don't know why.
Thick and
that
fast.
was too
I think
quick.
is sort of what they're going for, and it's just eDen eSports are ready for it, really.
Yeah.
And punishing quite
it's a good read to do that boost on that round. I mean, it's quite fortunate to do that, because if they were playing alley there, they would have had mid control. They would have been just able to run up middle. But you kind of have to expect these sort of things as an in-game leader.
Indeed. This is what they do, though. So very smart. They will have a few rounds where they hold down A really, really well, and then they'll read into the fact that they're going to go towards B. So 4 players over towards B. Logsy as well, boosted up onto the tree. They are going to use their utility. A boost coming into drop as well will probably give the information that everyone's going to be over towards platform. Only Pistols there. Logsy not able to find anything as of yet. Shaney and Pickles as well opening up really well. Shiki too with a CZ. Seems these Pistols are really working out. So Dom suddenly left in a 1 versus 4 all by himself. Some low HPs, and he does have an M4 full utility. Not going to check this corner though, and Shaney will take him down. So a good answer back from Enclave, and in a round you wouldn't expect them to do so well. They answer back pretty quickly.
And if that isn't an indicator to go and work B more often, then I don't know what is.
I mean they beat a 4-stack with Pistols. Like,
I mean, it was obviously a lot easier to get in there than it is where Dom and Samuel are playing, which is over at the A alleyway. So, it's going to be B all the way in from now on, I think.
Yeah, so there you go. They're going to set up pretty early execute. To be fair, those smokes go so far away from where they're playing from.
Yeah. Shouldn't be allowed.
I mean, we saw this. It's kind of, I don't know. I think it works in the way of the CTs, because here you see the Molotovs, you know, the anti-nades. So these smokes might end up going down before they can actually make full use of them. They are going to throw the flashbang zone, rush straight out. JT with bomb on back will pick up 1. Gets dropped by Logsy though, not able to find the second. Pickles though, huge for his team. Once again, playing into a stack, but it seems Enclave almost winning it out. The Caster's curse there. 2 versus 2 now. Pommy on 13 HP, so definitely a doable situation. Bomb is yet to go down. The Molotov as well is good from Dom. That's going to push Trials and the bomb out. That drop sound. Pommy, I don't think he heard it, but he is going to switch sides to watch this now. Shiki, where have been playing so close, the timing is huge, and he gets the double spray down to win it out. A second round on the board, 2 in a row, and not getting resets. That's brilliant from Enclave getting into this 8th round.
I feel like he could have ran a bit quicker though. I mean, he does win the round, but I feel like he could have stopped that from happening earlier on. Again, a bit slow, but this B site is clearly nowhere near as good as this A site and the hold from the CTs. So they're nowhere near on the same level, are they, holding this B site? Yeah. There was a lack of coordination there. They had 2 players sitting on the site. They looked a bit lost. The guy who got flashbang, who was close, he didn't really know what to do, where to go once he got flashed. So this B site doesn't look that good.
Enclave either done their homework or adapted very, very quickly to the fact that they got demolished on A and saying, right, well, looks like their 2 best players on Cobble are playing towards A, so stay away from that area.
But they would have known that if they watched last night.
Yeah, true, to be fair. So, cost them a couple of rounds for maybe not watching back the demos. But I mean, it had been a hugely long day, so to be fair, adding more work on top of things when it's sort of like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Stop making excuses for him.
Well, I suppose. I mean, you know, we've all been up late. It was crazy last night, honestly. The game went on for ages. But anyway, close range pistols. Logsy will come out on top. Not able to get any more though. Playing into a stack of pistols. Almost working out here, it seems.
One by
for
one.
eDen. Yeah, just going into these pistols. Dinked out as well. Shiki left on 20 HP. Dom has a USP and armor.
He's going to pick up a gun though. Shiki's going to be able to go all the way around, and Dom's going to be able to pick up a gun here, which puts it in his favour, I think.
Possibly. He's going to make his way back over towards A. Going to have ample time to plant the bomb, get himself into a good position. Dom, I think, is going to get that info that he's not there. Not opt to go for the AK, which I think is the wiser choice here, and pretty much just following in the footsteps of Shiki.
No kit, so if he gets the bomb down in the sort of next 10 seconds, and it's going to force him to run.
Yeah, Dom has picked up the speed. Ooh, but I like this.
Full
Waiting
German.
on the smoke.
It's gone full German. No, not quite full German.
Holding out in those smokes. He was expecting the player to push past him, but little does he know. Dom's coming up from middle, does spot him out and do quite a bit of damage though. So now the 1 versus 1 is on. Both players are aware of the positions of each other. No kit, like you say, for Dom. He does have a flashbang. Not able to find the head as of yet, and Shiki just playing them slowly. Does peek out though in the 20 HP, not doing him any favours. So the bomb will be defused, and that's going to be eDen once again. Another force buy coming into fruition.
They go from doing a really fantastic job at taking B to probably the worst job of taking B. It was really quite awful, wasn't it? That B take 1 by 1 by 1.
That's spray.
But yeah, I mean, and every time that someone faced eDen eSports, which is bam, headshot, 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 and there's insta kills. So the pistol works like that sometimes, but you have to negate. I mean, you have to try and negate it by going out together.
Yeah, the force buys though on the CT side cobble can be really, really strong because of the fact that you can have so many players in such a close proximity over towards B. And especially when Enclave have been favouring the B, like you say, it's.
So they have to expect that there's going to be a stack of B there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and again,
Crazy.
they're full on utility against pistols. Just take it slow. Molotov off stairs, clear out that area, smoke off broken walls so you can't just get taken down. But they just went out again, thick and fast, just not really thinking, and it cost them hugely. So they're forced onto a bit of a quasi buy here. I don't know. I didn't catch the money, so I don't think. Yeah, it's not going to cost them everything. So they've got enough to buy up into the next one, however this round ends up going.
If they do a lot of damage here, though, it puts the CTs in a bad position. They just need to do as much damage as they possibly can.
Oh, Logsy just caught swapping to his knife there for no reason at all. So he gets taken down. Now left on Thomas in this 2-2 position. He gets 2, but Trials with a pretty close range kill there with that CZ.
Let
as he's
Trials work it now.
Side.
Let Trials do some work with this AWP, man.
Yeah, he's getting the
need to
bomb
rush
down. Ooh, a lot of damage done to HP. Trials will pick up the kill, but on the flank. JT not able to pick up the kill, but Shiki trades it back pretty safely there. Left on 2 HP. Such a close round. Very touch and go for a moment there for Enclave. But yet again, these force buys.
Yeah, the force buys again.
You know, the sloppy rounds that you just don't expect teams to be winning. People caught off guard, and you know, just not good CS from either side against these pistols.
It's funny, Cobble seems to be a map where the CTs seem to be scared. They try and cheat from site to site. They try and predict people. And you could see that guy moving from the B platform down to the drop down room got him caught out, and he didn't need to do it. He didn't need to make that decision. He didn't need to move and check it.
Yeah, it's very difficult, I think, being a CT to get info on this map. As a team, you sort of spawn with map control, really.
But okay, just sit there then. Don't move around so much.
Yeah, don't get caught out. Especially because he had no reason to walk knife out there. Dom's going to spot them out. Does a lot of damage onto Trials, but will ultimately go down. So that's going to open up the A-bomb site here. Rotate coming in quickly, though. Connector is pretty easy to be rotating on this map, but against these CZs, the range not so long. So the AKs are definitely going to be beating them out here. Samuel and Thomas, though, do pick up 2. Oh my goodness. Logsy and Samuel chiming in with 2 quick kills as well, and suddenly it's a 1 versus 3. It was looking good for Enclave, but yet again, another force buy.
And it comes down to them just being stupid with the way that they've rushed there. They get the first 2 kills. Just take it easy.
Nice 180 headshot from Shaney, to be fair. Thomas was only 1 HP. Going to opt to go for AK here, but unfortunately just cannot find the head of Samuel, and
it
a
really
3K for him.
Mind-blowing that they've lost that round.
I know. It's just back and forth, but it's not even with rifles. It's just the team that shouldn't be winning just somehow demolishes the other side.
Well,
like.
Trials is the person who gets headshot in at the beginning there. He gets headshot by Dom at the beginning. He should be thinking, right, I'm going to make sure that I play the anchor role here and play the last person. Don't give him that first kill and maybe give him the opportunity to get an AK. But instead, he keeps running as the first guy in.
Yeah, I think it would have been a good choice to just because, of course, as well the CTs all rotated from B just immediately. So it would have been good to maybe slow things down and think CTs gets in. Yeah, another force by drop. Tommy is flashed and goes down. The double spray down does not come to fruition for Loxy, and Shaney also picks up a kill onto Dom. So deja vu all over again. Thomas left all by himself with the CZ. Does drop Trials with the bomb over towards Chicken Coop, and good God, Thomas. The CZ.
Why is everyone better with pistol?
I know, man. It's unreal. But he does go down to the nade. Samuel caught looking the wrong way, but he does win it out for his team. So almost another force buy, but Samuel keeping his team in it there to finally get a round in a row. You know, a win streak starting here for eDen eSports.
Should just not bother buying the guns. Just stick to the pistols. I mean,
Thomas doing nothing with that AWP, picks up 2 with his CZ.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
what's going on?
It's just all over the place at the moment. But an 8th round on the board as we
that should have been an Enclave.
Round number 12.
Round.
Yeah, no,
it should have been
easily. They got onto that B-bomb site so quickly. Got drop control, which is such an influential position. Samuel just able to get a massive 2 versus 1 in the end, really.
Yeah.
Another fast drop though. Tommy will capitalise, picks up 2, so not so easy when you've got rifles in your hands, apparently.
The battle of the crap guns.
Yeah, pretty much. Shaney, though, on the other side of the map, will clear the A-bomb site. Unbeknownst to him, though, the bomb is kind of trapped in drop. So he's going to have to probably come on this flank here, catch a few players out, but they're all rotating. Well, they seem to be wanting to. JT was going to get pushed there, but I believe Thomas flashed himself, so nothing coming of that. 3 versus 2 now. Bomb in the hands
got the
of
opportunity
JT.
here.
Yeah, this is going to be huge if he gets this kill.
Gotta make that
he
kill.
whiffs it onto Thomas, though. Thomas savvy to the fact that a player could be pushing from A. So 2 left on this B-bomb site for JT to deal with, and spotted his feet through the smoke there, I think, Logsy. Kind of a bit risky. The smoke's changed quite a while ago now, but people still get caught sort of walking through them. It sort of curves a bit more up towards the bottom, so you can see the feet coming out before you see the rest of the player.
The lack of cohesion with JT and Shaney then was really quite apparent. That he has to be saying to his teammate that he can come out of the window at that point, so that Joe can get out of the window because it's clear. But Shaney has to make that kill. It's a big whiff to not make that kill in that scenario.
Yeah, it's pretty huge. But they're back onto pistols, so there's a chance they can win this round. Got a flash in the hands of Shiki. I don't know. I don't really fancy him in this one though. There's no armor at all. And,
if they go now,
2
they're in
players
trouble
playing
though.
close though, completely blinded on stairs. Pull the smoke out, and here we go again, possibly. Logsy gets 1 and Pommy gets 1, but unfortunately the kill's just going away in the tees, and it's just, oh my god, it's just like a broken record. Dom getting tagged down through the door as well, down to 27 HP. Shaney picks up Dom eventually, and now Samuel, the man that you want in this clutch, but he's left on 34 HP in a 2 versus 1. Pickles is on low HP, can't quite find his head though. The Molotov not quite good enough onto stairs, aware of the fact that there could be a player over towards the drop, but there you go. Shiki will peek out, and Enclave get themselves a 4th on the board after yet another force buy. No armor. No one had armor. No one had armor. Just like they'd spent $500 was like the most that they spent, and they managed to win.
Yeah, but there's one pop flash that's beaten them at B site. It's just
because
unbelievable.
there's 2 players stacked over towards stairs.
It's unbelievable that can happen.
Oh yeah. So forces eDen onto a bit of a poor buy here, which may be a bit risky. If they lose this one, it's going to allow Enclave, you know, to get that 6th on the board pretty easily, probably. But 2 rifles and 3 CZs, so I mean, doable. I would say not really in their favour. But the way this game has been going,
probably the CTs,
yeah,
because they got the worst guns.
Yeah, I know it's a bit nonsensical so far. The T's taking it slowly though, playing this well, not getting too aggressive, which is something that I think, from their perspective, has cost them a lot of these anti-eco rounds. Is just playing them a bit too thick and fast into the pistols, giving them the close range fight. 1 Shaney, there you go. Prime example gets taken down all by itself. Remaining players will burst out on towards B. Thomas over towards drop. One of the rifle players does huge damage. Leaves JT on 23 HP with that bomb in hand. Is also going to try and creep around the fountain here. The flash comes in, it is good, but unfortunately JT just not able to capitalise, and Shiki goes down as well. So
again,
another force fly. Like.
No, but Shaney has to win that battle though.
That's what triggers it, and the remaining players like, right, we're just gonna have to rush out onto B then. Like, screw it.
I feel like he loses more of those 1v1 battles than he wins them, Shaney. So don't put him in that scenario. As an in-game leader, make sure that someone goes with him in that scenario. They don't need 4 people on that B upper. They don't need them. They don't need.
I mean, they work better when they split B with pistols.
Yeah.
Like, you know, playing 4 over towards plat with rifles.
Trying to overcomplicate it, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Just overthinking themselves.
It is a lack of confidence if you're starting to send 4 people in the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice
Shiki
shot.
though, Thomas's flash is not good, so he's able to capitalise with this glass cannon, reducingly on the T side. Looking to make their way in towards B. A nice shot from JT as well on Logsy, and Shaney now will clear out Pommy, so that is completely dealt with. Samuel though getting 3 here to bring it back into a 2 versus 2. He is going absolutely huge in this round, gets himself a 4th as well, looking for the ace. And now a 2 versus 1 situation for JT. This could be massive for eDen. An absolute heart-wrenching round here. JT needs to win this one out. The morale is dependent on it, really.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, to be
Yeah,
quite honest.
Samuel.
Absolutely sick.
A huge 3K there, like the quick flicks going back and forth.
Very crispy, very crisp aim. And, yeah, that's what you get Face-It banned for.
Yeah, apparently. So, but Samuel, he has been checked and everything at this event. He must obviously have, you know, come into fruition and worked on it, become a new man, become a bit of a better player, and the 4K definitely shows dividends. Left on 20 HP here though, and
his teammate's too far away from him here.
Yeah,
Dom should be
trade
close.
not coming in, but JT thought he'd pushed up. Does pick up the kill though because he is on 20 HP. JT expects his player to be on the flank because, like you say, he's a bit too far away. But the smoke goes down. The bomb will be planted in it. Dom
Knife.
Walking straight through. Oh, they are
each other.
walked straight past each other in that smoke. Oh my god, and the timing works out in the way of Dom. So unfortunate for JT to not be able to win that one out, and it's going to be an 11-4 half in favour of eDen.
Yeah, they gave each other a little kiss as they went past and just went, yep, okay, I'm going to go and kill you now.
Yeah, just the timing works out, really.
Yeah.
Samuel, though, look at 22 and 8. That's incredible numbers to be putting up, to be honest.
Yeah. They set the tone, didn't they, from the beginning though? At that side alley, they set the tone, and then it was just a battle of pistol rounds, pretty much. Very strange game.
Yeah, a bit of a topsy-turvy kind of half.
Yeah.
Works out in the way, or in the favour rather, of eDen in the end. Pickles as well, worth commenting. He was playing quite well on Inferno. Only got 7 kills here, I believe. So he's a bit quiet so far. But we'll see. The CT sides, I mean, have been quite strong across the tournament, not just in this series. So we'll see if Enclave can bring anything. Completely unpunished, getting down drop though. Shiki left all by himself as it is a heavy A stack. So the bomb is going to go down in the 4 versus 4. No kit as well for the CT side here. And Dom in a bit of an off angle will pick up Shaney. So 4v3 now, and Enclave, their backs against the wall, not really looking so good. There goes another player. Pickles does manage to trade one back, but I think there's just too many of them alive there. Trials cannot find the head of Logsy, and just so many players shooting at him right now, and he will just go down eventually. So unfortunate, second pistol round for eDen.
Possible now for Enclave. I mean, it'd be an absolutely amazing comeback if they managed to pull this back, but I just can't see it happen. And they've just lost the plot, really, haven't they? They've completely lost any momentum that they might have had yesterday. They weren't playing good yesterday. They followed it through to today.
It's just a question of
no
confidence,
cohesion,
really.
no
You know what I mean?
cohesion at all.
It's these rounds that we've seen with the pistols where they just go in kind of YOLO mode.
Trying to overthink it, trying to be a bit too forceful with things and
yeah,
stuff like that.
The rifle rounds is really not going well for them. We'll see, they're on pistols here, so anything can happen. As we've seen, and there's 5 players on the side of eDen playing over towards the B platform. They, however, play well against these pistols.
Yeah.
She'd be able to get one. Shaney all by himself, and he's not going to be able to get anything done either. So 13-4 here, and it's really, really not looking good. Enclave probably going to be on a full eco here, pretty much. Shaney looking to pull out that AWP, perhaps. You know, he's got a little bit more money on the board, but possibly after that 5-7, actually might not be able to do so. 6 kills on trials as well. Like, it's not fab.
Yeah, they're just not hitting their shot.
Behind,
there's so many things wrong with this with the Enclave side at the moment. I just can't even start. It's just everything is wrong with it at the moment. So they need to find something big from someone. just get them on a bit of a
Yeah,
roll.
this gun round's going to have to be huge. We saw them with a bit of a comeback on Inferno, in fairness, so definitely doable for them. Didn't bring that one to close in their favour, unfortunately, but I mean, they have the skill level and the, I suppose, the cohesion to a certain extent.
They've never been up. They've always been fighting back in the series.
Yes,
they were. And the same was against yesterday against CEX. They were never up. And when you're not necessarily a mixed team, because a lot of them have been playing together and stuff like that, but when you're always down, by this time of the weekend, it's getting to you. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Just stay over and over again. You know, getting aggressive in long. Will pick up one, and the bait setup is good. Pickles gets 2 for his trouble. Drops the bomb as well. Yet to be traded back. Pommy will get him down, but I think the damage really is done from Pickles there in the long hold. 50 HP left on Pommy after that one. Dom, though, has pushed up middle. They might not be expecting him here, and a nice flick onto Trials. So he has opened up this A bomb site possibly, but JT is hidden, and they're not going to check him out. The bomb is not able to be planted there. A little bit sloppy from the remaining T-side players. 2 versus 1 now. Player coming up middle will take him down. So a good answer back from Enclave.
Yeah.
And what they needed to try and get back into this half.
We could have done with not losing Trials though underneath the balcony. It just puts a bit more pressure on them later on in the game if it keeps going on. If this goes into sort of mid-game, end-game situation, but yeah, all in all, pretty good hold at the side alley, which set the tone for the round, really.
Yeah, a little bit less of a crossfire, more of a bait setup.
Yeah,
it works out in the end.
Yeah, not keen on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not reliable over and over. You know, you sort of fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know what I mean? So, in the next kind of situation that they try and pull that out, then eDen might be expecting it.
Yeah.
So, probably want to be changing it up a little bit when the next time they go for an A defensive setup, but it doesn't really matter into this round because eDen are going to be hitting the B bomb site, it appears. Yeah. Shaney unable to get the AWP in his hands as of yet, so he's stuck on that M4. A lot of silenced M4s on this Enclave side. The A4, the loud M4, is quite popular at the moment. Ooh, Shaney though boosted up, does a lot of damage onto one player and does pick up one. The nade as well is good, so he's done huge damage into this round. Thomas and Samuel tried to answer back.
They've got this B site a bit better than what they were playing yesterday. Their positioning is a lot better. Yeah, it wasn't that round anyway. It wasn't that round anyway. Let's see how it goes further on. But you could see that they had a plan as to what they were looking at. Yesterday they were all looking at this. If in that situation Shaney would have called it, they all would have rotated to look at that B upper. That time they made sure that they all stayed looking at their angles and made sure that there was still someone looking at drop down.
Yeah, and huge individual plays from him as well.
Yeah.
Getting that, you know, the 2K and doing a bit of damage onto the third as well. So it's good from him. He was very prominent in the last map.
Yeah,
so
he was.
It'd be nice to see him come alive on this one as well. And start winning some rounds for his team. But I mean, it's a huge ask to win this one out cleanly. Of course, they need like 10 in a row from this point, so it'd be a massive ask, and they've only really got 2 rounds that they can lose before the game ends. So.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a comeback, one hell of a ride. If
no mess ups. The aggressive middle push here as well. The calls will be coming out, I would imagine, sooner rather than later. But for now, it is left onto Pickles to hold this initial angle, and he just gets taken down by Dom. Great entry frags from him, and Logsy with a nice flick onto Shiki. So a 5 versus 3 and a good answer back so far from eDen. We'll see what they've got on the retake. But so far, not looking good.
They should save and go for the draw here.
I think it might be the only option, especially with Dom going ham so far and taking down Trials.
Never going to win this round. It's just
it looks like they are just going to be backing off there. JT making the initial call to save. And Shaney will be joining him. A bit aggressive here though, might end up paying for it if he's not careful. There was a player pushing towards Rat Hole. But I think they might be able to save this one eventually. So yeah, playing for the draw here. So 9 rounds in a row to go for the draw, go for the overtime.
It doesn't feel like a very good position. Oh, and they do lose that gun. That's not good. And that's all because he faced middle for that extra 2-3 seconds, isn't it? Just because he faces that bit for an extra 2 or 3 seconds, but he's got no ability to be killed. He loses that gun. I'll be so annoyed. I'll be so frustrated if that was if I was Shiki in that situation. Yeah. But Yeah, I don't like the position that Pickles was in at all. You're only going to get 1 kill there. You're only ever going to get 1 kill there.
Yeah. It's a bit of a one and done spot, which in that kind of situation when there's a lot of T's coming towards you is really not what you want.
No.
I think hiding on the site there and calling out would probably be a better plan.
You haven't disrupted them down middle. At least hold middle early game and make sure you disrupt them a little bit down there or alley down.
I mean, they've done it now, as you can see. They're pushed on the other side of the map, but it's a little bit too little too late. As obviously they're on a very weak fires. A fast B hit is going to come out. The scout here looking to go huge for Handsome Shane. He doesn't put anything, so there's trades going back and forth, but they work out in favour of eDen. So a 3 versus 2 situation for them now, but Pickles will take down the low HP Dom and make it a 2 versus 2 situation. The bomb should be going down momentarily.
Cheeky on the big flank.
Yeah, there is an important flank that could be coming in. There's a player over towards Chicken Coop probably watching for him, as he's going to hide there.
He would know that now from where that flashbang was thrown.
Yeah, he would know that there's a player close. Good flash, but it is dodged by Logsy, and he will capitalise and take down. So now left in a 1 versus 1. Pickles needs to go huge here. Left on 50 HP. Does find the head, but unfortunately 1 HP left on Logsy.
1 HP.
So it is going to be the end there.